Yo, peace and high vibes. We live in the hive. Come fuck with number 9, man. We in this motherfucker. Feel me? We in this jump. Y'all see by the title what we finna get into. Turn on my post notice to keep up with me. And yeah, man. We about to talk about the Gen Z stare, bro. Cause nigga, I just experienced the Gen Z stare 13 hours ago. Nigga, no. 14 hours ago, nigga. It's so fucking off-putting, bro. And I thought I had no idea what that shit was until you consciously experienced it. I'd experienced it before, but today, shit blew the fuck out of me, nigga. Let's get into it though.
Do you guys sell cookies here?
So glad that the older generations are calling out my generation, Gen Z, for being so socially immature.
The stare is them buffering or they think too long to answer a question, okay? The conversation will go something like this. Do you want to go get ice cream?
Your boy is back in the studio, man. We get back active. So listen, when I was a kid, I was really active. Like, I was outside a lot. I did not have an iPad that I was walking around with. I ain't have an iPhone. In fact, my first phone was a singular phone. Some of y'all aren't even old enough to know what singular is. My second phone, or maybe my third phone, was a Razor, and then I had a Sidekick. But I wasn't into my phones. I was outside playing with my friends.
Y'all, I'm locked in. I'm just gonna check my email real quick.
I'm over to our house.
Hey, big, you got on a white collar and all of a sudden niggas is checking email midstream. Bro, go ahead. Just hold on real quick, y'all. Nigga got important shit to tend to. All right.
I was that kid that my mom would be like, do the little dance, do the cartwheel, do the flip. You know, like, I was just so active and so vibrant, ready to tell a joke. I got really young siblings that are part of the whole Gen Z generation. I just missed Gen Z by like a year, but I gotta say, I see a huge difference in a lot of these Gen Zers. They rather just be on their iPad or their phone all day, and interacting with them just seems mad awkward. Me, when I was a kid, I couldn't wait to go sit on the green box and meet up with the homies, meet up with the girls from the neighborhood. Like, I was vibrant, playing ding dong ditch. Like, these are some of my best memories. But anytime I gotta talk to these Gen Z kids, or even some of the adults, it's just downright awkward. And if you don't have no siblings or friends that are Gen Z, I mean, you probably experienced it at cashier register or something like that. It's just a weird interaction. Like, a lot of them just sit around with this blank stare on their face as if you got 10 heads. And people are starting to notice this is becoming more common and common. And social media has diagnosed Gen Z. Social media has diagnosed.
Hey, real quick, bro, because I'm probably going to throw the story that I talked about when I experienced Gen Z stare earlier in this video. I'm going to probably throw that joint in here. And nigga, next time I experience some shit like that, and if y'all ever experience a Gen Z stare, bro, call that shit out, nigga. No. We gotta fix this shit one by one. Hold up. Soliloquy time, nigga. We gotta fix this shit one by one, bro. If y'all experience this shit, call that shit out like, hey, bro, I don't know what's good, nigga. I don't know if your eyes just spaced out, but like, you Gen Z staring the shit out of me right now, fool. Just call that shit out, bro. No disrespect, not trying to antagonize, but like, nigga, use your words, bro. Communicate, interact, press X. The fuck? You just staring at me, bro? Fuck, is you AFK? All right, soliloquy over.
Know some of the Gen Zers, the Gen Z stare. Check this out.
The Gen Z stare, I see it.
Man, the way I describe the Gen Z stare is like when I talk to one.
The fuck? Am I tripping?
Social media has diagnosed some of the Gen Zers, the Gen Z stare. Check this out.
The Gen Z stare, I see it.
Man, the way I describe
Okay.
the Gen Z stare is like when I talk to one of my little sisters. I'll be like, hey, what you gonna do today? She just looks at me. I don't know. What is there to do? It's just a experience of nothingness. It makes my back itch. It's like, why are you so disassociated from reality? Like, I seen one of my homies' younger brother the other day at a barbecue, and I'm sitting there trying to talk to the young brother. I say, hey, what school have you decided on? You excited for college? He looked back at me like, yeah. All right, well, you know, like, what you want to major in? Like, what you look forward to the most out of going to school?
Sorry, you ain't get the memo, bro. The nigga don't want to talk. Y'all ever talk to somebody who clearly don't want to talk, bro? That shit annoying, nigga. You gotta pick up on them signs. Not even that he don't want to talk, but he probably don't even know how to keep a real conversation with an adult, nigga.
I mean, what you want to major?
Nigga said, hell yeah. Nigga talking like he got a nigga talking like he off a perk.
And like, what you look
And
for?
I'm saying that because I've experienced this shit, bro. If you watching this shit, you probably know what I'm talking about, fool. These young niggas who just don't know how to communicate. Yo, niggas throw on a collar shirt, start calling everybody young niggas. Who am I feeling like, nigga?
Or two the most out of going to school?
I mean, I'm just excited for
College. And I'm just sitting there like, what is wrong with you? Is you high? Are you high right now? Is the blunt in your ear, nigga? Turn your neck, nigga. I gotta check for blunts. Cause what I be thinking is these motherfuckers is high. I think Gen Z is high. Everybody high. Everybody smoking with everybody. Hot boxing before conversation. Like the kid was literally talking to me over his shoulder like this with a side eye. Just staring at a nigga. And I'm looking back at him like, nigga, is you gonna...
Nigga looking back at a nigga to conversate? Go ahead, nigga. Y'all YNs just sus, nigga.
at least turn around, give me two shoulders? But it's something.
I don't want no nigga to ever look back at me, bro. Chill out, fool. Don't ever look back at me to have a conversation. Nigga ass hitting the... Hold up. Nigga ass hitting one of these. Hold up. Let me scoot up a little bit. Don't got a lot of real estate back here. Nigga ass talking to y'all like this. You start the conversation up. So what you thinking, bro? You trying to go to college? He hit you with a, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So what you trying to major in? What you looking forward to doing out there? You respond, nigga respond, shit, bro, I'm just looking forward to going to college, man. Just looking forward to going to college. Shit gonna be all right, man, type shit. I'm be like, bruh, if you don't do a 180 and converse like a normal nigga?
I'm about Gen Z. These niggas is different. When you finally do get a response out of them, it's usually like, yeah.
Type shit.
Back into their damn phone. It's the damn phone. The phone is the issue. Lift your head up, all right? Live in reality. Smell the roses, brother. Gen Z, y'all niggas is weird. Communicate. Use your words.
Do you guys sell cookies here? Can I have a double scoop of chocolate and cookies and cream, but can I have them separate?
So 2 single scoops?
No, but separate.
So a double scoop, but 2 single scoops.
Who's gonna tell Gen Z that the stare we're talking about is not?
I'm not gonna lie, that shit was confusing too. I would have looked at you like a dumbass too, because what the fuck did you say, bro? Hold up. Nah, let's run that shit back. Because I know this is a justified stare at you like a dumbass moment. Because what did you just say?
Cream, but can I have Can I have a double scoop of chocolate and cookies and cream, but can I have them separate?
So 2.
So, can I have a double scoop of chocolate, of cookies and cream? Do I sound like a dumbass trying to compute this right now? Hold up. I'm sorry.
Chocolate
We gotta solve this math problem, y'all.
and cookies and cream, but can I have them separate?
So 2 single scoops?
No, but separate.
So a double scoop, but 2 single scoops.
Who's gonna tell Gen Z?
All right, no. See, now she would have blew the shit out of me because I understand what she said. She wants a double scoop of chocolate and a double scoop of cookies and cream separate, not together, in separate containers. Who the fuck said anything about a single scoop, bitch? That would have blew me. No funny.
That the stare we're talking about is not the one that everyone under the age of 40 gives a boomer. We're talking about the stare when anyone tries to have just a normal human interaction with you, like in the flesh, and you guys freeze the fuck up. I can't even count to you how many times I've tried to like say hi to like neighbors that are walking by that are like in their teens, and they just look at you like they just saw a ghost, and they're like, there's no way that interaction is real. And they keep fucking walking. It is this blank deer in the headlights stare that you guys have. And it's like, oh my God, is a real live person talking to me? Even if I hold the door for a Gen Zer, I get no thank you. I get no sort of interaction. They just look at the ground and then kind of look at me and like keep walking. I don't know if the pandemic really messed you guys up or if it's the iPads, but like, we're not talking about the stare that everybody gets a boomer. I give boomers that stare, and I'm 28, gonna be 29. We're talking about the lost look, the lights on, the no one's home look.
Gen Z stare. Like, that's exactly what it is. It's like, it's not even nothing disrespectful. It's just like, it's literally the definition of like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? Like, let me give y'all an example of a Gen Z stare. For example, I have another job. I pump gas, right? I work at Wawa. Cool. A customer come up to me, or anybody
Would you imagine a nigga wearing a white collar and a black tie to say that he pumps gas at Wawa? Now, I'm not making fun of another man's occupation. I'm just making fun of the irony of your occupation. Because, my nigga, that was the last thing I thought he was going to say. I thought you were going to say that you're like an intern at Morgan & Morgan, my nigga.
come up to me and be like,
I mean, maybe not with that here, but I thought you was going to say that you got some type of law firm institution job or something, eh?
hey, do you guys sell gas? You know, like, come on. I guess I'm gonna sit there and stare at you, because what do you mean, do I sell gas at a gas station? That's the Gen Z stare. It's not really nothing disrespectful or nothing. It's just more like, can y'all think before y'all speak, please? Like, I promise you, we not trying to be mean. We not trying to be disrespectful. We not, just, can y'all?
Yeah, you don't speak for everybody, my nigga, because that's just common shit, fool. I'ma look at a nigga if they ask some dumb shit too. I'ma look at a nigga like that too. That's not the Gen Z stare, fool. The Gen Z stare is when you try to communicate with somebody from Gen Z and them motherfuckers are so socially awkward, socially in what's the word? Fuck. So socially incompetent, socially awkward, socially distraught that you speak to them and they just before they can even give out a fucking filler word, they're just staring at you for at least 3 to 5 seconds. And that's a long ass time to be staring at somebody. Look. Do you know, bro, that was only 4. I didn't go the whole time, nigga. You asked me a question and I stare at you that long. Bro, you're weird, nigga.
Think before y'all about to say something, so I don't just gotta look at you in just complete disappointment, bro.
Yo, this is crazy. I feel like I'm being gaslit right now. So y'all trying to make it seem like the look that y'all are giving us is because we slow? Oh, hell no. I think I stand for all millennials and above. Y'all be on some weird shit. Listen, growing up, you used to be able to make a friend just because somebody is sitting next to you. Your neighbor easily became your friend because y'all was in the same vicinity. Conversation was normal. Laughing with a stranger was regular. But when you talk to these young people, it feels like you're inconveniencing you. Now, I do understand, because sometimes I don't really want to talk to them. Or like sometimes when somebody says something slow, I look at them like my dad used to say, did you use your 15 seconds before you asked that dumbass question? Like, did you use it? Huh?
That's
did you
some
think?
dad ass shit. That's some
Did you
father
try to
ass
solve
shit.
it for yourself before you ask me? But honestly, I think there's something deeper going on with the interactions that Gen Z is having. Like, I think there's something deeper psychologically that's going on with them.
Nah, no funny. It's a psychological thing. That ass, no jokes. It is a psychological. It's a psychological thing because of the phone, for real. I really do think it'd be the phone and the iPads and the devices that draw people away from actual socializing. You feel me? Actually talking to somebody in person and being social in a social setting. I feel like the phones and the iPads have distorted people's psych. Hold on, trying to get it together. Mercury retrograde, you know. I feel like the devices have distorted people's psyche when it comes to communication and socializing. In the fact that social media is a literal fake form of socializing. You're on it, you're interacting, you're responding to people, you're texting. Okay, yeah, you're socializing, but also not really. Which is why when the time comes for someone in front of you in person to communicate with you, you're mad awk. You mad weird. You don't know how to react. You don't know how to respond because of how distorted your psyche is towards socializing due to devices. That's my thesis statement.
Check this out.
Allow me to be a sociologist, but the Gen Z stare is a physical manifestation of what it looks like when you don't grow up without enough human interaction. I think it's very telling.
Listen. I know I be on here joking around and shit, but I don't got on a white collar for no reason, my nigga. I'm really smart as fuck. Oh, you're a sociologist? Well, let me tell you this. I didn't go to school for no fucking sociology. I just understand. I just know. No funny. I'm gonna toot my own horn because what she's about to say, I literally just spewed.
Of human evolution, because this is a generation that...
I'm sorry. I'm gonna toot my own horn one more time. I'm really smart as shit, y'all.
Allow me to be a sociologist, but the Gen Z stare...
She got pretty ass eyes. No funny.
Is a physical manifestation of what it looks like when you don't grow up without enough human interaction. I think it's very telling of human evolution because this is a generation that grew up with nothing but screens, and it shows when you're talking in person. I can't imagine what it was like to be a young person in a pandemic where you saw your friends one day and then you never saw them again for a couple of years. But now that we're in real life, I think they forget that, like, we can see all of you, especially when you do this. I always giggle when I see videos and comments of like, Gen Z doesn't subscribe to the ableist conversation of having to say hi in public. Girl, we're talking about the fact that you have a face and it emotes, and you talk to people when they're talking to you. That's it.
She say they social.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. She could probably bag me, nigga. She could probably bag me. All it take is one margarita. All it take is one margarita, nigga. She'd probably bag my ass. Nigga, her eyes was job pretty as shit. Hold up. Bro, on who, nigga? She bagged them Jones at you, nigga. On who your heart not gonna flutter, nigga? Hey, I don't care how she built. I don't even care, nigga. The eyes would have seduced me. No funny.
Of like, Gen Z doesn't subscribe to the ableist conversation.
But I completely forgot. I forgot about the pandemic, bro. Throw in the devices thing and the limited human interaction with going through a pandemic in your transitional years of like teenager to young adult, where all the socialize, where like you really get off the porch to adult type of interactions and socializing. Take that away, add in mad devices and fake socializing, and you get the Gen Z stare and bad social skills that you see in people of my generation today.
Social interactions. I think they just high. It must be something in the sky. Listen, my complaint is not the customer service. But if we are going to talk about customer service, anytime I ask customer service a question, it's like they look at me like, motherfucker, do I look like I work here? Like, I know I get a check from this motherfucker, but do I look like I work here? You know, they always got their headphones in. Some of them bold. They still got the iPod headphones where it's just hanging. You know we got headphones on. You know, they take out their headphones like... what you need? I get it. Nobody really wants to be at work, but I also don't want to pay these high ass prices for bread and deal with bad customer service. But honestly, I blame the damn phone.
So glad that the older generations are calling out my generation, Gen Z, for being so socially immature. Finally, y'all invented this weird ass Gen Z stare shit. Y'all know the one. You ask someone a simple question like, hey, do you need some help looking for something today? It just hits you with this dumb, confused, deer in headlights type of look, as if you just committed some egregious crime by simply asking them, treating them with basic human decency. Imagine having to grow up with these people, having to live around these people, being forced to commune with these people, being forced to go to school with these types of people. So yes, at 27 years old, I'm completely fed the fuck up with Gen Z. My generation is so emotionally constipated. Every single social interaction turns into this like awkward, tension-filled mess. Oh, and when you decide to call it out, or you change your behavior, you don't play into their weird-ass little mind games, they call you the weirdo. They say,
Hey guys, if y'all ever choose to make a video and you're not typically a creator, when you make the video, can you press isolate voice or enhance voice? That way we don't hear the fucking wind while you're speaking. It would go a long way.
you're the one that's being weird. Like, what the fuck? Like, how am I weird when you just stared at me for simply asking if you needed some help finding some items? And I don't know what type of message that they're trying to convey when they do this shit. It's like, bro, I walked up to you because you were looking lost. And now that you're looking at me like this, you look even more lost. With this idiotic look on your face, what the fuck do you want me to do? Why does my generation have this weird obsession with trying to embody bougie, stuck-up cat behavior, while at the same time
Yo, all right, I'm gonna let it play, but he hit the nail on the head with that.
being the most lame, goofy, uncool, insufferable people in the room? I don't know where my generation got this from, but let me be the first to tell y'all, being awkward is not cool. It's not a personality trait, it's just a weirdo. Making other people feel weird for initiating conversation with you, it's not hip. It's not trendy. Just publicly make yourself look like a dumbass. You think it's okay because you have your two little fucking friends with you who want to co-sign on this weird ass behavior. They're weirdos too. Like I said, bro, I'm just happy that the older generations are finally calling out Gen Z for being the lame, goofy motherfuckers that they have been my whole entire life. They just been getting away with it because up until this point in their lives, I have been the only person in these rooms to tell them about themselves. Gen Z is the only generation outside the boomers who have gaslit and convinced themselves that their shit doesn't stink. If there ever were a more equally delusional generation of people outside the boomers, Gen Z. People say like Gen Z is the new boomers. We're gonna grow up to be the boomers. I 100% believe them. We act just the same. Man, y'all don't understand how tiring it has been to live in a generation full of people who haven't emotionally matured past the age of 13 years old. I don't know, man. I think it's all the hair dye.
And I get it. People blame it on COVID. And social media does have a very strong hold on our younger generation. Like the algorithm is getting so strong, it's to the point where it's literally thinking for people. To the point where people don't know whether or not that was an original thought or did the algorithm make me believe this. Like I remember when I was deeply on my phone, it felt like anytime I put my phone down and had to deal with real world stuff, everything was just inconveniencing me. And when you think about a whole generation that was literally brought up on being on their phones, that is where their actual reality is, in their head. So human to human interaction just feels very forced. And all of that stuff that the algorithm is giving you, these fights, these arguments, these random cat videos, the drama, the sports videos, by the time you put your phone down, you feel like you have already engaged with society. So by the time you put your phone down, it feels like you're just burnt out because all of your social interactions were just done on your phone. But I have another theory. What if all of us in these older generations, what if it's actually us? What if we're the problem? What if Gen Z is the first generation, which I kind of believe, being that they grew up on the information, what if they are just hyper aware of things that we weren't thinking about when we were kids? Like, think about your life before you knew how bad the world was. They're growing up knowing how bad the world was. Like, I was pretty old before I seen somebody get unalived. But now you can literally just be scrolling on your phone and hit the little see anyways button and boom, you don't watch the whole drive-by. And that kid that's watching, he ain't in from the hood. I feel like the phone is slowly traumatizing the kids at the same time, showing them how crazy the world actually is, stealing away their innocence. But at the same time, that hyper-awareness can also be saving them because they know so much so early. They don't make the same mistakes that we made. Whereas in our generations, we all extra giddy up because we ain't know nothing about nothing. The only thing we knew is what they put on the news. So what if this generation is just hyper aware and we got a little bit of stupid in us? Nah, that can't be. That can't be.
And like, I know that tweet.
What does that even have to do with anything though? Like, even though that is the case, right? That my generation has so much more access to information and a lot of us are more aware than that of previous generations. What does that have to do with our social skills and ability to communicate and interact? You know what I mean? What's that got to do with anything? And then something he said too, bro, real quick, and then I'm gonna let the rest of this joint play, is he was talking about how you don't know whether or not a belief you hold is your own. Nigga, I'll never forget when I first started fucking with Threads back in November and I was fucking with it heavy. I was scrolling that shit and I started realizing, like, hold up, yo. How many of these thoughts and beliefs and ideas, like how women be and XYZ and dating, my actual experience in that is nowhere near that of the shit that you see online. On God. My actual experience is nowhere near that, but yet I was scrolling through Threads and on social media so much. And this is when I took my 2-month break to where I started like actually holding on to those feelings, the feelings of other people, and embodying their own emotions and their experiences when I've never experienced it myself. You feel me? So I started noticing, bro, I'm taking on other people's beliefs as if my own. And I was, at one point, I was unaware of this shit. That's how a lot of motherfuckers are. That's the dangers behind social media.
We got a little bit of stupid in us. Nah, that can't be the damn issue.
And like, y'all know that tweet that was like, can you people do anything? That's really how I feel about Gen Z, because like when I made that video talking about people's fear of perception, so many people were so upset and they're like, well, you just proved that you perceive. Hello, there's no getting around being perceived in life. So you just have to literally just get over it. Stop caring so much about it. Also, I feel like we be online so much that online people are very comfortable saying things to you, right? And y'all go out into the real world and it's almost like the things that you see people say online, you understand now that those are the sorts of thoughts that people have in their head. And I don't think y'all can deal with that. I think that's where the fear of perception comes from, because in reality, even if somebody is thinking something negatively about you, 9 times out of 10 in real life, nobody's gonna come up to you and be like, hey, I think your outfit is ugly as hell. Like, nobody's gonna say nothing to you in real life. But it's like, you know what they possibly might be thinking because you spend all your time on the internet intaking other people's thoughts. So now you're...
Not only did I just say that, but I also want to say that I forgot what I was about to say. I'm so sorry.
like hyper aware of how people's minds work and you don't even know how to function. I
completely forgot what I was about to say, y'all. I swear to God, I had it and lost it.
Life. But it's like, you know what they possibly...
There we go. That's what I was going to say. This was such a game changer for me recently when it comes to the fear of perception, being seen, and just social anxiety. I lost it. It's like, nah, when you are, you'll find yourself worrying about what somebody else is thinking. Now tell me, how does their thoughts affect you? No. Fuck that. Soliloquy time, nigga. How does their thoughts affect you? We're going to start over. You'll find yourself stressing over how you're being seen, how you're being perceived, what somebody thinks of you. Do they think positively or negatively? What joke are they cracking in their head? All this social anxiety shit. Whatever they're thinking, how does that affect you? If they don't say anything to you, how does their thoughts and opinions affect you when they don't express it? Majority of the time, like she said, they're not actually going to express whatever's on their mind. They're not online. They're not going to say it to your face. So when you're worrying about this shit, how does their thoughts affect you? It doesn't. You're literally letting the thoughts of another person control you. And here's the other kicker. You have no idea what a person is thinking. You are only projecting. I don't know how to say what I want to say. You are only projecting your thoughts onto them and making them the villain, when in actuality, you're the one that's judging yourself. You're only making it seem like, on your head, you're only making it seem like this person is judging you. You want to make it seem like it's somebody and something outside of you, when it's really you judging yourself. And you do it by saying, oh, they're probably thinking this. Oh, they're probably thinking that. Oh, they're probably bidding the shit out of me. You have no idea what they're thinking, nigga. And I'm going to leave it at that. Soliloquy over, bitch.
You might be thinking, because you spend all your time on the internet intaking other people's thoughts. So now you're like hyper aware of how people's minds work and you don't even know how to function. Instead of just like learning not to care, because like, what can you do about it? Also, even before social media, people were judgmental and weird. And once again, usually they just keep it to themselves in the real world. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. It also gets to a point where it's like, you don't have to be liked. I don't have to like your outfit. I don't have to think positive thoughts about you. It doesn't matter though. It's like, as long as I'm not doing anything to you, that's fine. Like, you know, and it's like, y'all are not okay with that. It's like, no, even if it doesn't affect me at all, I can't live with the idea that somebody's not thinking positive thoughts about me. Y'all gotta get them self-esteem stuff.
And I get it, y'all have been bombarded by information, and y'all probably look at us like, dang, do you not know what's going on in the world? I mean, this is all happening subconsciously. If you feel like, oh no, I don't have those thoughts in the forefront of my brain, no, it's happening subconsciously, because you've been exposed to so much so early. Like, cause even me, sometimes I look at my elders and I just look at them like with a sense of just lostness. Like, how are you so lost? Whether it's how they're unaware of how toxic they are, or how they just make very bad financial decisions and they literally create these issues that they find themselves in over and over again. Like, what do you mean if you don't get approved for a credit card, just put it in your kid's name? I think it was a lot simpler when society didn't know a lot, but we was a lot further behind as well. It's a strange topic because there's so many nuances. Because on one hand, I could see how this was created, but on the other hand, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get out of this trance. Because if this is how the generation after the millennials are acting, how are the Gen Z's kids gonna now act? It's just crazy seeing how the world is changing. Because Gen Z is the first generation to grow up with touchscreen phones. So as weird as they may seem sometimes, they also see through a lot of the bullish that their young brains may not be ready for, and it strongly impacted that social skill that was supposed to be being developed. So instead of being able to have conversation about just random topics, it seems like they're tired of performing. But I don't know. I want to hear what y'all got to say in the comments below. Do you have a little sister, little cousin, a little brother that acts like this, or somebody that you have experienced walking through Home Depot?
All right, man. That's that. Yeah, nah, niggas' brains be buffering, nigga. Nah, for real. Bro, fuck out of here with this depressing ass shit, bro. Bro, nobody even corrected this negative ass comment, fool. Somebody has to. Gen Z stare today, bro. I experienced the Gen Z stare today, and that shit is just so fucking off-putting, bro. Like, I was bartending for the City Open. It's a tennis tournament, tennis event that's held in DC, right? And when I got there today, first off, I got there an hour early. I was mad early for no reason. And when I got to the front gate jump to security, I told bruh, they said just come here and tell you to get my supervisor so I can get let in. Boom, waited. Then because that nigga wasn't gone, and then waited. Supervisor came, gave me my ticket. I was able to get in. I walked back up to bruh, and I'm like, all right, finally got situated, got my ticket now, nigga, we good. Cause he was a brother, you feel me? He was another young nigga, and yeah, I was like, got my ticket, bro, we good. What I gotta do? I need to show it to you, set my bar shit down, and the nigga just looked at me. That's what the stare is. The nigga just looked at me. Look, this is what I did, right? I said, bet, hey, took a while, but I finally got my shit, got my ticket. What I gotta do? Do I need to give it to you? You need to scan it. Here, I'll set this down right here. Do what you need to do with that. Nigga literally didn't answer anything I said or respond to anything I said and just looked at me like, nigga didn't say anything, bro. He just motioned me to come through. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Is there anything going on up there, nigga? Like, this thing on, my nigga? Like, what the fuck you got going, bro? You looking at me like I'm crazy. And that's what's annoying about the Gen Z stare shit, nigga. Because they look at you like you're fucking crazy, bro. Like you're the dumbass here. That's what that Gen Z stare makes you feel, nigga. Damn near thought I was over-explaining myself and doing too much, nigga. Because this motherfucker don't know how to use his words. But look, we got two 18-minute videos to react to, and let's get into it. You with me?
Do you guys sell cookies here?
So glad that the older
Oh, hold up. I did this wrong. My fault.